Hello, everyone. It's Monday, May 22nd, and welcome to today's Day Weather Podcast, brought to you every Monday through Friday by Cowboy State Daily and by White Dot. I'm day weather meteorologist Don Watzel. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed their weekend, got some warmer and drier conditions to move into a large portion of the western United States. As we look ahead to this week, we do see conditions trending more active over the next several days as our high pressure ridge gets replaced by a deepening trough. This will also include mild and seasonal to above average temperatures expected over a large portion of the western and central United States. And again, that deepening trough will bring added opportunities for showers and thunderstorms. The haze and smoke in the air should be dissipating. Many areas did see some improvement in that reduced air quality over the weekend. Hopefully, that trend will continue. And as we look ahead to the end of the week and Memorial Day weekend, which is known by many as the unofficial start to the summer season, we do see a potential for a slight cool down. May not necessarily be uniform as well, could be more influenced by ongoing shower and thunderstorm activity as we head towards the holiday weekend. Let's go ahead and take a look at the recent drought monitor maps from the past few weeks and see what the current trends have been. This is the map with data compiled on May 2nd of this month and released on Thursday, May 4th. As you can see, many areas of the nation's midsection just sweltering in extreme and exceptional drought conditions extending from Nebraska through Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, and the Texas plains. Flanking areas not faring too much better, abnormally dry to moderate and severe drought extending towards parts of Montana, the Dakotas, as well as Wyoming and the Rocky Mountain West. If you fast forward a week to the map that was released on Thursday, May 11th, still not a whole lot of change over the central part of the country. We did see just slight improvement over other areas, but the more beneficial rain occurred afterwards, and it's reflected in the map that was released on Thursday, May 18th. Did see some improvement over parts of central and western Nebraska, eastern Wyoming, and the Dakotas, but as we look at the midsection of the country, these areas over the past 30 days got rainfall amounts that exceeded 2, 3, and even 4 inches and up, but those areas still under extreme and exceptional drought conditions. Just a testament to how dry it's been for some time. Hopefully, we can chip away at this more as we head into the late spring and summer season. Kind of like the saying, the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. Here's the upper level jet stream map as of 6 o'clock this morning. And as you can see, we have remnants of our ridge holding on over the western and central United States. But as you can see, we have this guy here, a deepening Canadian trough that's forming over the western part of the Canadian provinces, Alberta and British Columbia, the areas where they've been fighting the wildfires. And based on forecast trends over a variety of sweeps, this trough will deepen over the west coast over the next 72 hours or so. This is the American GFS model forecast map as of 6 a.m. on Thursday. This trough should deepen over the west coast and Great Basin, shifting our ridge more into the central part of the country, America's heartland, the Great Lakes, and the Missouri Valley. If this forecast does unfold, it'll bring a southwesterly flow to the western United States from the Four Corners to the High Plains, and is a pattern that, of course, is conducive to added showers and thunderstorms. It could also bring the potential for maybe some stronger and severe weather back to the region, depending on how the convective parameters pan out over the next few days. And this is the 72-hour precipitation map based on that trough. Will everyone get exactly what's shown here? Unfortunately, no. That's usually the story with spring and summertime convective activity. But with the areas that we highlighted in the recent drought maps, hopefully parts of Oklahoma and Texas can get something out of this pattern that's expected to unfold this week. Beneficial rains would certainly eat into the drought that's been ongoing. Elsewhere in the northern Rockies and High Plains, we do see pockets of heavier precip over the central and western Colorado mountains and valleys, maybe some steadier precip over the Wyoming high elevations, as well as parts of the Montana and North Dakota plains extending into central Canada. And of course, this will be a big bullseye right here. This is where the wildfires are ongoing. If we can get some steady rains to be squeezed out of this trough, that would certainly help the wildfire efforts up there in Western Canada. Temperature anomalies, temperature readings relative to average today. We do see a pretty good cool down in this area. If you remember from last week's podcast, this region was running 10 to 15 even up to 20 degrees above average or more, and extended into the Pacific Northwest. While this trough forms and matures, it will bring some cooler Canadian air southward and shift the warmer weather further into the high plains of the United States as well as central Canada. For the Four Corners as well as the central and southern plains, we do see temperatures expected to run below average. And as we fast forward to Wednesday afternoon, we look to see that continue. Some of the warmer weather from early in the week should moderate some, but it'll still run about 5 to 15 degrees above average with cooler than average readings over Western Canada. Then, as we look to the end of the week on a Friday, headed towards a holiday weekend, another ridge pattern should form from the eastern Pacific and extend to the Canadian plains. And this would bring a big surge in warmer air back into the region and maybe shunt some of the cooler air further into the Great Basin, as well as pockets of the Four Corners and the central and southern plains. Now, of course, as I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, pockets of cooler air may be possible, most likely influenced by forecasted convective activity. Will this be exact? Obviously, no, but we do see some of the areas, if they get steadier rainfall, they'll also result in some cooler temps, especially late week and heading into the holiday weekend. Thanks for listening and watching, everyone. Have yourself a great Monday. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.